Well, good evening. Welcome to When Wisdom Talks. I'm Alisha.
And I'm Kadesha.
And I'm Naomi. And welcome to December. Oh my goodness. The last month of the year. Month 12.
Unbelievable.
Mind blown, right? Where did the time go?
Blown.
I don't know.
In February, y'all remember we started this show, and here we are just 2 months shy of our 1-year anniversary.
Wow.
Talks. Can you believe that?
Unbelievable.
We may have to have a party in February.
I'm serious. We do. We need to turn it up because that is a milestone that we stuck to a wonderful show like this. Hey. Y'all know we like to have a good time here on When Wisdom Talks. And we also love to spend this time with you. So thank you for joining us for another episode of When Wisdom Talks with your wonderful trio hosts, group thing, whatever you want to call it. We're here to spend this time with you all because we love you, we care about you, and especially during the holiday season, we want to show our love and appreciation to all of you who continue to tune in. And if you're just tuning in, thank you. If this is your first time, we appreciate you. And also, baby, it's cold outside.
I love it.
Hope y'all getting those coats, scarves, and earmuffs and gloves together. But again, as you always know, we have a wonderful show planned for you. We're excited to spend this time with you. This show and every other episode is sponsored by Wisdom on the Wall and Be Inspired Global Network. And our mission is to empower women and men to live better and wiser through engaging discussions, fun activities, and inspiring special guest interviews. And so with that, I'm going to turn it on over to Kadesha.
Well, thank you, ma'am. I love your pillow. Jean and I was just in Marshall's or one of those stores, and she was saying a cool way to spice up your house is get different pillows throughout the different seasons. Something I didn't really think about. So I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. So anyway, yours was very festive.
Thank you.
Yes. And I do love the coats for winter, but driving in a coat is so uncomfortable.
Yeah,
so,
I agree.
I brought my coat today, but it stayed in the car the whole time. So we're gonna see. But I do got my scarf on. So but we are excited. We thank you that you are here with us on December the 2nd, which clearly I'm thinking we're still in November. I'm like, what is happening here? But we're excited to have you this week, as Naomi already stated. And we are your special host. I know sometimes we like to bring some special people on with you, but tonight it's the three of us. Okay, so go on, get used to these pretty faces and these pretty smiles, because we are your girls for this evening. This week, or actually this month, rather. Let me see if I can get it right. Okay, because we got a mouthful as it relates to the theme. So we have gifts giving, and holiday time that we're going to be talking about for the month of December. Many holidays to celebrate, not just Christmas, right? We have Kwanzaa, we have Hanukkah, we have New Year's Eve and New Year's right around the corner after that. So just a good time to just celebrate people and to love on people. This is the good time to do that. So we're just going to be talking about that this month. And specifically this week, we're going to be talking about holiday spending trends. So we definitely want to hear from you in the audience, see what is happening out there as you're shopping, see what you're buying. Let us know where you're getting the good deals. That would be great. But yes, get ready, get ready, get ready. Before we get into the show, though, we do want to ask you to go ahead and share, share, share. Okay. You know, it takes 2.5 seconds to go ahead and share this show. As you are commenting, if you could go ahead and do the pound sign when wisdom talks so we can get that trending. Of course, if you're not following us on Instagram, you can go ahead to our at when wisdom talks Instagram page. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube page. Not everybody's on Facebook, not everybody's on Instagram, but most people do have access to Face or to YouTube. So go ahead and get over to our YouTube page, subscribe, and share that with someone as well. We also want to remind you that we are empowering 3 times a week. Count it up, 1, 2, 3. Monday night's pop-up prayer call at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. Wednesday morning empowerment prayer call bright and early at 6 a.m. And then tonight, every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we are here. Of course, if you ever want to connect with us, if you maybe want to sponsor, partner with us, if you just need a prayer request, go ahead and email us at info@wisdomonthewall.com. And then if you want to learn a little bit more about our organization, Wisdom on the Wall, or if you want to purchase our book, you can do that at wisdomonthewall.com. So we are excited that you're here. And with that, I'm going to pass it right on over to Alisha, and we're going to go into, girl, what's your story?
Yes, it is Girl, What's Your Story, but with a twist. And Girl, What's Your Story is basically just an opportunity for you all to kind of get a little peek in as to what it is we've been up to over this past week. But as I mentioned, the twist is that it goes right back to you and we want you to share. So this is the time where we're going to share, maybe we read a good book, started a new exercise routine, maybe went somewhere, watched a movie, whatever, something fun that made us smile. And we want you to do the same thing. So while we're sharing, go ahead and type your little fingers away in the chat and let us know what you've been up to, because you never know, we may try it out and talk about it the next time we get back together. So I'll go ahead and kick us off with my Girl, What's Your Story? And I guess it's tonight about me actually going shopping again in my own personal library of books. And I came up with this awesome book. Oh my goodness, I never got to finish it. It's Woman to Woman, Candid Conversations from Me to You by Joyce Meyer. And again, Woman to Woman, Candid Conversations from Me to You. And it's kind of like being personally mentored by Joyce Meyer. And, if you've been watching us from any time, you know that she's one of my favorites in terms of her books, but also in terms of her ministry. And what I really am enjoying about the book, and like I said, I had it, but I got started and probably I got another book. Yeah, I have 50 million of them and just started reading something else. But anyway, obviously this came back at a particular point in time for a reason. But what I like about it is that she's talking about over 80 different topics from her heart. And I'm just going to throw out some of them because I am so looking forward to jumping into some of these. But one of them is pray about everything and worry about nothing. And again, she's like personally mentoring us. Another one is you aren't weird. You're just unique. So don't say I'm weird or somebody else is weird. They're just unique. Then another one is de-stress so that you can avoid distress. And then another one, and she's posing this one as a question. Are you an original classic or a cheap imitation? Woo-wee. And the other one is shake it off and step up. I just want to read something really quickly this morning. The topic today was looking for contentment in all the wrong places. And what she says is that looking for contentment in all the wrong places basically is a recipe for discontentment. And she pointed out the fact that, trusting God and refusing to complain in hard times really honors him. It is of no value to talk of how much we trust God when all is well. But when the test comes, then we should say and sincerely mean it when we say, I trust you, Lord. He delights in a contented child. We should want to be a contented child. And she says, when we stop struggling with everything and humble ourselves under the mighty hand of God, he promises to exalt us. And basically, she just says, God is simply waiting to bless us. But you must close destructive doors of discontentment through gratitude and Thanksgiving. And this was so appropriate because if you watched our show last week, it was about Thanksgiving. And the other thing was, or was it last week? I'm like losing track of time now. Yes, it was. But she said, he always knows what he is doing. Don't wait until everything is perfect before you decide to enjoy your everyday life. So like I said, I am enjoying this. I'm looking forward to each day. And it's so funny because now my devotion time, I'm having to get up earlier and earlier as God is revealing these new books to add back to my devotion time. So if you want to be personally mentored by Joyce, I would suggest you pick up a copy of Woman to Woman, Candid Conversations from Me to You by Joyce Meyer. I'm sure you would enjoy it. So with that, one of you can jump in on your girl wish story.
I guess I'll go. um, I watched, what day was that? It had to be Saturday because Thursday after Thanksgiving, I couldn't do anything. My eyelids was rolling back in my head after that meal. So, but Saturday we watched King Richard, the movie, and it was really, really good. Like, I didn't want it to end good. I'm like, oh man, we only got 20 minutes left in the movie. Like, you just wanted to keep going. It just is one of those feel good holiday movies, very inspirational, but very like a lot of key lessons you can learn from it. And, just briefly, it's just about um, uh, King Richard, which is, well, they call him King Richard, but Serena and Venus's father. And so he had a really clear vision on what he wanted for his children prior to them even being here on earth. And so it's just pretty awesome just to see kind of like their work ethic and where it came from. And it's just their story, but it's really sweet and really good. So I definitely encourage you to. It is in the movie theaters. You can also watch it online. What is it? HBOmax.com. You can watch it. But I encourage you. It's a good family movie, so it's appropriate for your children. They'll definitely learn something from it for sure. But it's just good, particularly with us being entrepreneurs. Like, it just was very motivational. So, and I have a desire to pick up tennis. So that kind of encouraged me as well to try to figure out where I can take some tennis lessons. That's if my knee don't give me no issues. So I told you I've been going to this Orange Theory. My left knee is acting a whole fool. So I started out trying to be like everybody in the place, jogging and trying to run at a high level. And yeah, my good friend who works out, she's like, Kadesha, you may just have to go back to power walking. Like, you don't want to hurt something. And literally, it's like it's getting to the point where it's not that fun anymore because it's like hurting. But nonetheless, I'm going to fix it out. I'm going to fix it because I'm going to take me some tennis lessons and I'm going to be inspired by Venus and Serena. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty excellent. They also was a Red Table Talk about it as well with Will Smith. So you can catch that too on Facebook. So King Richard, phenomenal. 2 thumbs up.
I actually did. We did watch it. Can't say as a family because the kids, they popped in for a little bit and then they went on their separate ways to do their little stuff on their devices and all that stuff. But we did get to watch it. And I agree with you, Kadesha. It was just an excellent movie, and it was a motivation for, I know, for my husband and I, as we're encouraging our children who are getting into activities. My son who plays football and he's doing awesome with that. And then my daughter who's into jujitsu, which is, a fighting style, and she's showing real interest and actually natural ability. So that movie I think is helpful for parents too, to know how to motivate and have a vision for their children. So yeah, that was a good one. Thanks, Kadesha, for sharing that. Well, my story is that we put up the Christmas decorations at our house. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, I showed you the pillow. So, yes, we did get into buying. It says, "Baby, it's cold outside." I can't really show it exactly. I hope you can see it. But it says, "Baby, it's cold outside." I just wanted to keep it simple, but yet festive. And because I have children, they enjoy having the decorations up. So, shout out to Boss Calls because I told y'all I was going, and yes, I went. Okay, I went to Boss Calls and caught some amazing holiday sales on decorations. I was able to find a 4 foot snowman for my little yard in the front of my house. So it inflates. You plug it in, it inflates, and it also lights up. So that's outside. I was also able to find some really inexpensive lights that you can put on the inside of your window, not the outside. And it comes with little suction cups that you can attach to your window so they don't fall off and you don't have to worry about trying to string up the lights outside of your house. That can be pretty dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. So I'll stick to the little indoor lights that are just less, troublesome. Let me just say it like that. So we have some lights in our window. We have a wreath on our door, and then we did some decorating in the house. And my daughter picked the theme for the Christmas tree this year, which was angels. So it's so funny because as soon as she said the theme for the tree is angels, we just started finding all these angel ornaments, and we found a cute one for the top of the tree. So, yep, it's holiday time at our house. We are in full swing, enjoying it, and the kids are on the countdown. Okay. My son, I know every day he's telling me, he wants me to know that he understands that we're only a certain amount of days away from Christmas. Okay. Every day he lets me know. But I think it's sweet because they both are still innocent. And I appreciate that they're excited about the holidays. So, yeah.
I love it. Oh my. He's like, just in case you don't know, we
Just
have
in case.
23 more days.
He's letting me know
I
for
love
sure.
it. Cool. Oh wow. But thanks, ladies, for sharing and looking forward to seeing what you all are talking about out there. But I guess with that, another twist is going to be I'm going to throw it right back to you, Naomi, to kick off this next segment.
I bet y'all wasn't ready. Y'all weren't ready, were you?
They weren't
No,
ready for that.
you weren't ready. Well, yes, I'm going to be kicking off our theme for tonight. I'm really excited to do that. So, as Kadesha so eloquently told you all, that our topic for tonight is holiday shopping trends. So, as you already, y'all like my little intro song I just did? Holiday shopping trends.
I like the neck more.
Yeah. So, yes, the holidays are upon us, family. We are right there. And people are outside. The outside is open and people are hashtag shopping. Our goal tonight is to give you some useful tips and things to think about as you're grabbing those gifts for your families, friends, and beyond. But if you're like me, you've already started shopping before now. Me and my husband love to shop between September and October. That's when we start. That's just our thing. However, if you're just getting started and you need to finish up on that Christmas list, guess what? This show is for you. You're going to get some wonderful tips and hear some fun things as we go through this tonight. And yes, as Alisha already said, let me let you know. This is one of my other decorations. It's 22 days till Christmas.
Oh gosh.
We're on the countdown. Yes, we are. That's also, I bought that specifically for my son. So that way he can be the timekeeper and he can just go over and change, the the little calendar there. But yes, if you're just tuning in, thank you. Our topic for tonight is holiday shopping trends. So my job is to let you know what shopping has been like then and now. Shopping then and now, and you all are going to just trip over how things have changed over the years. So as you know, technology has really has a lot of influence on how we shop now. And so things are just quite different. So I have some images of things that I want to show you. First, the way in which we carry or store or hold our money has changed. So in the past, we used to put our money in this, right? Who knows what that is? It's a wallet. You just put your cards in there, your money. Well, honey child, we've been reduced to this, a digital wallet where you can scan all of your cards on your phone or an app. And then that's how you hold all your money. Not to mention Bitcoin and all of these things where you can use to store your money for spending. Isn't that crazy how things have changed over the years? And so not only has how we store or hold or carry our money has changed, but even when you go to the store and you ring up, things have changed. Okay, get a load of this. The first cash register. Yeah, that was a cash register back in the day.
Wait, that looks like a clock.
Right. Well, let me move the banner out of the way so you
okay.
Look at the bottom. So you just press a button. I don't know what this contraption did, but however, back then they understood that this was the first cash register. Actually, it was named, it's the first cashier. So it wasn't just called a cash register. It was called the first cashier back in the 1800s. So time has definitely changed. So over the years, a couple decades later, this is what the register looked like. Do y'all remember that? Back in like the 70s, the 80s, you go to the store with your parents, or some of you who remember that. Well, yes, that's what a cash register used to look like decades later. And so now, 2021, this is what the cash register looks like. It is a two-sided contraption or device, I don't know, that you don't even know buttons to push. Everything's on the screen. You can either swipe your phone across it, or at the very top, you can't see, but there's a place for you to insert your card that has a chip. Or you could wave your card across the machine. Isn't that crazy? So things have changed so much. Now, let's talk about where we go to shop. Then and now. There is this battle between brick and mortar and the apps on our phone. They in a duke right now. Okay, they going pound for pound, fist for fist with each other. Brick and mortar stores are still trying to hold on. Let me just say that they're still trying to hold on to their relevance. So a lot of them have had to switch over to digital options for their shoppers. So they've had to update their cash registers. They've had to create apps for their consumers and their customers. So the worlds are kind of coming together and merging in a way. So shopping trends, are changing in ways that we can't even imagine. There's another one I wanted to show you. Then and now. So the ways in which things are advertised for shopping. So back then, good old radio, good old TV, good old catalog. Now you've got all of these apps, the ads on the app. So if you're watching a Netflix film or a Hulu film, it's not uncommon to see an ad played before, during, or after the film, but everything is done through apps now. It's so crazy. So speaking of apps, let's get into how your items are delivered. So before you would go into the store, go through, and some people still do, of course, go through the store, find your little items, go to the register and check out. Well, let me just tell you how things have changed. You don't even have to leave your living room couch. All you got to do is go to your phone and find one of these retailer apps, order your stuff, and guess what? It magically appears on your doorstep. So you can either do Instacart, you can go to any one of these stores for their apps and get your items. Now, isn't that crazy? How times have changed. So I want to show you now a video of what the future of shopping will be. Y'all ready for this? I don't think y'all ready, but I'm gonna go ahead and play the video anyway.
4 years ago, we started to wonder, what would shopping look like if you could walk into a store, grab what you want, and just go? What if we could weave the most advanced machine learning, computer vision, and AI into the very fabric of a store so you never have to wait in line? No lines, no checkouts, no registers. Welcome to Amazon Go. Use the Amazon Go app to enter. Then put away your phone and start shopping. It's really that simple. Take whatever you like. Anything you pick up is automatically added to your virtual cart. If you change your mind about that cupcake, just put it back. Our technology will update your virtual cart automatically. So, how does it work? We used computer vision, deep learning algorithms, and sensor fusion, much like you'd find in self-driving cars. We call it Just Walk Out technology. Once you've got everything you want, you can just go. When you leave, our Just Walk Out technology adds up your virtual cart and charges your Amazon account. Your receipt is sent straight to the app, and you can keep going. Amazon Go. No lines, no checkout. No, seriously.
So actually, this store already exists, but of course, it's not common everywhere. There were a few things that came to mind when I watched this. First of all, there's going to be a learning curve. Some people are not going to get the whole concept if they can walk in and walk out. It's going to be a bunch of people going to jail. Okay, it's going to be a bunch of people going to jail because they're not going to understand that you got to use the little, app, the little scanner thing first, your little barcode first. They just gonna be like, oh, you can just grab and go. Oh, I like this concept. They're gonna go right on there, take stuff and go right, and then be in handcuffs. So there's going to be a learning curve. But anyway, with technology, you know that there's a learning curve. Not everybody is able to change with the times, but let me just say, change is inevitable. It's going to happen.
You're right.
The future of shopping is definitely going to probably be that. The other thing I thought about is, the impact that it has on the workforce, that there will be some people who won't have a job, but they'll have to reimagine what that looks like, what employment looks like. So change does impact our everyday life, especially with shopping and consumerism, with the holiday time right here upon us. We all have to reimagine how we shop, especially because of COVID and those who are really trying to practice safety when they're out there, but still enjoy their life, because you can't live under a rock. So you have to learn how to adjust to all of these changes. And so, yes, that's shopping then and now. So this image right here kind of sums up what that video was saying, that, back in the day, it was all about the almighty dollar, credit, coins. Now there's a coin shortage. I mean, come on, who would have ever got that? Coin shortage. And now everything's been reduced to a barcode. Isn't that something? So, yep. That's my little segment there, talking about.
I was laughing, Naomi, because I was saying, you know what? There's already people doing the shop and go already. You see the flash mobs where the people going in and unfortunately from the high end stores. So they think the Amazon goes in those stores, obviously, and they are going to jail. So as I was watching it, I'm like, okay, they must have thought the stores that they were going in and taking those bags and all that other stuff they were taking had the Amazon Go in there, without the app.
Right. And that's this whole Amazon Go is like, I guess, an upgrade to the whole tab idea. Back in the day, you would go down to the corner store, the mom and pop shop down on the corner. You didn't have the money right then and there. So they'd be like, oh, just put it on my tab. So this is kind of an evolution of the tab, if you will, except they will charge you right on the spot. Okay. You don't get a week or two or until your next paycheck. The money better be there.
That was funny, girl. You had Carolyn and some other people cracking up in the with that cash register, and they're like, "Wow!" But I'm like, I think the shop right by where my in-laws live on, what is that, 896, Alisha? I think they getting ready for this, because I promise you, you can barely catch a cashier when you in there. They sending you to all the little checkouts, like
the self-check.
my hairstylist, she said she went in there so mad because she just wanted somebody to help her. She was like, I need a cashier. I need somebody. I don't want no technology. Sometimes you're not in the mood for all that. Sometimes I don't feel like bagging my own bag. I want a cashier. So she said she went in there flipping. I said,
oh gosh.
You can. God. I don't know if you shop it. You probably don't go to that one because it's not near you. But I'm telling you, it's like one cashier. That's it. Everything else is self checkout, and it's like don't need a refund or don't want to don't bring it up by accident, because then you got to wait for somebody wave something.
That's why I think they do it, so that they can make more money. Because most people are like, I'll forget it. I don't want to wait for them to find somebody to come and help me. They're like, all right, I'll just pay for it. So I think it's intentional, obviously. Yeah.
But Naomi raised a good point, which is actually a little concerning for those who don't have higher education or don't have skills. Is like these, like, people are being replaced by technology and by machines. And, when our parents and grandparents and uncles and aunts could make a living off of these things, right? So it's like, it's forcing us to think outside of the box. Well, what can I do, or what can I help somebody do so they're not stuck? Because if you think about it, like going into Walmart and all those places, like when you walk in, I don't know when the last time I've been to Walmart, but when you walk in, the little person greeting you is normally somebody older. And so people will do these things in retirement. It's like, well, what's going to happen if they have a computer or robot greeting me now,
This will be the Jetsons.
And in the next couple of decades, to be truthful, in the next couple of decades in my research, by 2031, that will be the case. Well, when you go into the store, it won't be a person there. It'll be, an AI, a robot or something saying, they even have, and I didn't get a chance to show this, but they also have virtual dressing rooms inside the store where there'll be a screen there and you can just look, roll up to the outfit you want and it'll like put it on you like you have it on, like you wouldn't even have to try the clothes. I'm telling you, like, so even the people who work in the little dressing room area be like, how many you got? I got 3. And they give you the little plastic card with your number of items you have to try on. They won't do that. It's like, so it's something to think about, like Kadesha said. Like, how can we really go into the future and reimagine what it's like to employ people or give people ways to earn money? Because the fact is, technology is technology. It's not going to be evolving.
Right.
I'm laughing because that was my very first job, the fitting room, because I was under 18. I think I was 17, and I didn't want to work fast food. And so when I found out I could get a job at Bloomingdale's doing the fitting room, giving out the little plastic thing and making sure, the clothes were removed, that would have meant I wouldn't have had my first little job. So it's
You're
real.
sure enough right about it. And you know what, as you're talking, I'm like, this is something for either for us or somebody watching, we really need to start teaching technology to not just the younger generation, because they adapt fairly quickly, but to the older generation, so they can become comfortable with it, because this is the way. Whether you like it or not, honey, if you're 50, 60, 70 or above, I need you to get used to technology. And if you're just tuning in, honey, because I see a few of y'all just hopping on and we're just talking about some holiday holiday shopping trends, and Naomi just took us through the then and the now. And look, Patricia said, I want a cashier too. oh, look, she don't want to ring it up herself. I thought she was saying she wanted one of those old cashier boxes.
Oh, yeah. That's what cashier used to look like back then.
Yes,
but operated though.
You did
that was
excellent.
Because I was with you, Kadesha. I'm like, that looks like a clock to me.
You did excellent, Naomi. Thanks
That
for
was
sharing
wonderful.
that. But you know, one thing I love about it's all about perspective, right? So coming up on Christmas, you can look at it two ways. Half, you know, the glass is half empty or half full. Like some people will say, oh, so many people spending around this time, people going into debt. But as I was sitting here thinking, I'm like, this is the one time that people are excited about shopping. Yeah. People are looking forward to giving gifts. And if you think about why we even celebrate Christmas, like God gave us his greatest gift. Yeah. So people are going out of their way. And when I give you these stats, you're going to realize how much money they're spending, like to really be gift givers. And I think that's the sentiment in which we should be like living in this holiday spirit. So honey, people are spending money around.
Real quickly on that, Kadesha, you know, it's even worse, not worse, but it's even more so because last year we couldn't do it. So, you know, with the pandemic, it's like now is another level, you know. So sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good.
Right.
So, like Naomi, there are some other people like my mother who like to do things early. But it was saying how many people start their holiday shopping in October. Yeah. And I was noticing this year, it's like you can't even get through one holiday before they're already preparing for the next in the store.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's saying that I was looking at the website. It's actually really good. It had a lot of good stats concerning the holiday spending. Deloitte, I believe, was one of them. And then another one is, I'm not even going to butcher it, y'all. Nope. We won't even do it. But giving some good stats here. And so people start in October, and guess how much money people are spending during Christmas time? $717 billion.
Wow.
During the Christmas time. And so if you break that down for the households, it said about like the average household, which this doesn't sound a lot to me, especially depending on how many people you have in your family, but about $1,500 people are spending around that time. Okay. So I think it depends, right? So it's like if you're robbing Paul to pay Peter.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think it's just finding some balance, right? And I think actually that's what helps if you start earlier. Then it doesn't feel such as a burden when you come up on December. Now I don't know that story. Okay, that's not my story. But I'm just saying for those of you who do, but I think you, Alisha, you gave us like some saving tips right before we shut down for the pandemic. And I think my mom had started doing that. I can't remember exactly what you said, but it was like put some away. Was it 6,000? It was something doable, but you could use that money set aside throughout the year. Dang, what is it? And my mom does it faithfully. I should have had her on the show because she does it faithfully, but you set it aside. And then by the end of the year, you have shopping money.
Oh yeah, there was a few of them that I was talking about, but we won't go there.
Yeah. Whatever it was, we're going to define it and share it with the people. But so people are they're spending a lot, right? I pray that they're still paying their bills too. But it also said about, because I feel like we were already kind of headed, and we already were spending a lot online. But like you said, the pandemic really has enhanced that because a lot of people still are scared to be out. But one of the things that really helps, and I'm telling you, that could be why my head hurts. I just waited 20 minutes in line for food that said it was ready at 6:40, but I didn't pick it up until maybe 7:05. And so that was one of the key reasons the website was saying is for convenience. People don't want to be in line. People don't want the hassle, first and foremost. Yes. You don't want to be arguing with Sam and whoever else, because people get crazy. Don't take the last one off the shelf. People are going nuts.
Right about that.
But the retailers are doing a good job because one, they give you more incentive to order online, right? So free delivery. And you get some discounts. We were going to take advantage of, it was Black Friday. We was going to take advantage of, me and Mike finally agreed on the bedroom furniture. Honey, that's a miracle in itself. So I'm getting ready, right? We getting our little strategy together. Like, okay, well, it's a lot of money, so we're gonna buy one piece at a time. I go to make the purchase. They don't deliver to Maryland. I'm like, OMG. So I may be taking a trip to Florida. Who knows? Because for us to, where 2 and 3 are gathered, for us to be in agreement on the bedroom furniture, honey, it's been a year. I'm like, they don't even deliver. But nonetheless, it was like a Black Friday special. So that's I was trying to take advantage of that. But yeah, they don't deliver. So people, back to my point, people are buying online because you can save money that way. And then what else did they was saying? It was some really good stuff. So let me see if y'all can guess with the top 3 things. And y'all in the room. Hey y'all, hey Pastor Gregory, look at y'all coming in. We don't have any comments because we sitting here just cutting up, seeing my son. Oh my
God! No, we enjoying our own company.
Wait! You gotta put Carolyn's up. You gotta put about what her son gave her.
Oh wait a minute. Okay, let me see. Oh, here it is. She said, "Wow, my son gave me his list, $1,800
Wow.
See,
just for him, Lordy.
Joshua."
She's right, because it's the technology, it's the game systems, the consoles. You got to have the points and the PSN cards and the Roblox cards, and the games themselves cost $60 a pop. They by themselves could be $1,000 plus because of the technology. And if you're trying to get a PS5, you want to save up because that's $1,000 plus dollars. But is the right answer.
They better get a job. But no, to that point, the top 3 spending is clothes. Well, clothing and accessories. Excuse me. And then second to that, electronics. And then third, what I love, gift cards. Yes. So if you don't know what to give, please don't be out there trying to shop for people and you, like my mama, think you can still dress us. We are whole grown people, mama. Go on and give me a gift card. When I was coming up, my mom had us open Christmas accounts. Oh, and you can't get any money out of it until December 1st. The bank was PFS. Thanks, Aunt Linda. But no, gift cards are high up on what people are buying now. One, because it's another convenience. So do y'all like shopping for gifts, or do you like giving gift cards?
I like the gifts. I just like shopping, period. Y'all know I like to just be in the store. So
you do.
Yeah.
You do.
I like the gifts, but I also do gift cards, especially if it's for like couples. Like if it's a couple, I'll give them a gift card and to something that they can enjoy, whether it's like movie passes or dinner or something like that. But the gifts, I have no choice because I have children. So I gotta go in person. That tree better not just have a gift card.
Like I'm about to say, little gift card ain't gonna work. It don't even matter how much it is.
Right.
It's that little card, that ain't gonna work.
There'll be some smoke in the city if I do that.
I love it.
So yeah, it's the gifts. It's the
gifts. Now, what about receiving? Do you like to receive gifts or do you like to receive gift cards?
I like both. I like both. Give me both, gift cards and gifts. Look,
it depends if you're a good gift giver.
That's all I was saying. I was kind of hemming and hawing. It makes a difference.
If you don't buy good gifts, don't give me a gift card.
He said, "Let me go pick my own."
Oh my goodness! I was with somebody. I can't remember who I was. But it had to be like a mom and child or something. And they was fussing because they had bought their mom something that she never uses or wears. And I'm like, go and give her that gift card. Like,
Yeah.
don't be upset. That eliminate that argument if you just provide the gift card.
But
But yeah,
sometimes you gotta just think about it's the thought that counts. So
you're
even
right.
if you gotta take it back,
Re-gift it.
oh Lord, no, she didn't.
Well, I mean, that's not a bad idea. It's like you're not putting the gift to waste. It's not collecting dust.
Right.
If you know of someone else who could get better use out of it, well, I say re-gift the one.
Oh
No,
gosh,
no, no. But honestly for me, I'm not a shopper. Like I don't like shopping like Alisha does. So it is a to do. So when I do have the spirit of shopping on me, like it really is nobody but the Holy Spirit. So like no, I'm serious. Like, or when I went with Naomi, when Naomi went that one time and we went shopping, like it was just a spirit of peace on me because you enjoy shopping. So I don't really do it, but if I have to like be by myself, or I have to be in the mood. Like Jean wanted to go the other day. I'm like, I'm not a shopper, but I'm gonna go with you. And we got through, and she got what she needed, and we was gone. But I do like the spirit of the holiday though, and I think this is a good time for us to. This is a good time to demonstrate love to people by giving them gifts. So well, I'll hold on that thought, but nonetheless. Yeah, people are spending money, y'all. They are spending a lot of money during this time. So what was that? $718 billion.
that's a lot, and that's just the Christmas holiday, not any other. Yeah, that's a lot.
Honey, that was Christmas. Oh, I think I took down the chart because it compared it to the other holidays. Oh, here it is. So Father's Day, fathers don't.
Oh,
Father's Day, 16 billion.
Oh,
okay. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong one. Sorry, 17 billion.
Okay.
Labor Day, that was interesting. 34 billion. And
that's all food and stuff.
Valentine's Day was about 27.
Yeah.
What was Mother's Day?
About text? Oh, go ahead, Alisha. I'm sorry.
I know
y'all crazy.
Compared to Father's Day, what was that?
Mother's Day was 28 versus 17.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. You know what other holiday I didn't hear? Tax season.
I don't know if you want to call that a holiday. It's like,
people treat it like that. They get them tax returns.
No. The stimulus check, honey. I was like, wait, do we got another one
coming? I remember those days. Keep watching the news, checking the papers. Like, are they gonna do another one? Oh,
honey,
that's funny.
Honey, y'all don't tell me the pandemic ain't bring nothing good.
I ain't complaining.
There's always some good with the bad. So the bad was the pandemic, but the good was the stimulus money.
The benefits.
Okay.
I love it. Oh God.
I'm passing it on to you, honey.
Oh Lord, help me. All right. So in my few minutes, I'm gonna be hopping and skipping around. So I have to bring the reality of it. So right now we talk about the joy of the holiday season. But there are some people, unfortunately, out there, scammers and cyber crooks, who are looking to capitalize on our consumer habits, our consumer spending during this time. So I have to be the bearer of the news of scammers. So I'm going to quickly talk about 3 of the biggest scams out there. Now, these things happen all year long, but it's during this holiday season time when it goes rampant because, again, scammers realize because of the euphoria, how happy we are with shopping, we kind of let down our guard a lot. So one of the ones I want to talk about is the charity scams. And that is a big one because this is the season of giving. So it pops up a lot now. And back in 2020, Americans contributed approximately $471 billion. So this is why this is one of the industries in which scammers go after. But just some things to be aware of, just to kind of let you know whether or not there is a scammer on the other end of the line, whether it's on the phone or your other device. First and foremost, they tend to pressure you to make a donation right now. But when you think about it, legitimate charities are willing to accept it, when you're willing to give. They're not going to try to pressure you to do it right now. The other thing is there's some scammers out there will say thank you as if you gave last year. And, in the midst of everything that's going on, you may not remember, or your spouse, you may think your spouse did it. And they figure that when they make you think you gave before, your resistance against them will go down because you're thinking, oh, well, I gave before, so there was a reason, let me do it again. The other thing is they may ask you to make your payment by cash, gift card, or wire transfer. They don't want no checks or credit cards because, again, when you look at cash, gift cards, or wire transfer, you can't trace that money. Once it's gone, it's gone. So just some dues when it comes to charity. Do some personal investigation up front. You know, when people are calling you, don't automatic, especially if you're not familiar with it. And even if you're familiar with it, I would say if it's an unsolicited call, you know, just let them know. Give me your info. I'll get back to you so you can go and do your own investigation to check on the validity of that particular charity. Charity Navigator and Charity Watch are two of the big watchdogs out there where you can go to their website and actually put in information or the name of the charity to make sure they're legitimate. And also it'll give you more information on their financial accountability. Some don't give out your personal information. I mean, this may be a no-brainer, but obviously it needs to be said because a lot of people are getting caught up in the scams when it comes to charities. Don't give out your personal and your financial information, your social security number, your banking, your credit card when somebody calls you up as a charity. Also, when you get emails or texts or whatever, don't click on unsolicited links and emails because what happens is the scammers have malware to be able to infiltrate your device. So along the time, they'll be able to gather your personal information for not only to get your bank account information, but also identity theft. And lastly, don't assume that when we see please on social media or we see please through the crowdfunding sources like GoFundMe, that they're all legitimate. Because the one thing that the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, brings up is that when there's any type of disaster, scammers jump out really quickly and they actually will use stories and actual pictures of victims to kind of validate their scam. So don't get caught up when you see stuff on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, or GoFundMe accounts to just give because you're wanting to be charitable. The other thing I want to talk about, and y'all gonna have to, you know, give me a little heads up. But Kadesha talked a lot about gift cards, and that is definitely a big area when it comes to scams. Just some warning signs again. Getting calls from government officials or representatives from a company that you may do business with, or in some cases, you may have a loved one calling to say that they need some finances or something bad is going to happen. But what ends up telling you that it's a scam is that they want you to pay by gift cards. The important thing to remember is no government official, no utility company or anything of that nature is going to want you to use gift cards to pay a tax bill, to pay a bill with the utility company, or to cover an emergency expense. So just be aware of that. Just real quickly, I just want to say this about the gift cards. When you're getting gift cards, especially on the store racks, make sure you can look at the cards and make sure you don't see the PIN number and there is no tampering with that, because there is software that these scammers have where they will have the number from tampering with the gift cards. They will have the number as well as the PIN, and when you buy that, it will automatically cause the thing to go to the point where the money is transferred to them. So you have this gift card that you give to somebody thinking it's $100 on it and it's gone. So the best, if you're going to buy gift cards, they really say, first and foremost, buy it from that business. But also, if you're going to be able to go into a physical location and pick it up, really look for ones that are behind the counter so scammers can't get to it and touch it. So just be aware of that. And the last thing I'm going to quickly go over package delivery. And there was a lot of other stuff. If you want more information, you know, we can give you information on how to look it up. But with regards to package deliveries, because we talk about a lot of people ordering online, we know of the porch pirates when it comes to they're stealing your stuff off of your porch. Porch is real, even though they know a lot of people have cameras. Some things that just kind of help you with that is, you know, talk to your neighbors. If you know you have something coming and you're not going to be around, ask a trusted neighbor to, you know, pick it up. 2 weeks ago, my neighbor contacted me. She said she was going to be out of town and she had got a notice that they were delivering something. She was like, can you get it? And, you know, when I get home, I'll let you know. and I can give it to you. Also, they have the lockers in a lot of stores. I know in the here the Rite Aids, they have lockers that Amazon as well as the US Postal Service have, where if you don't feel comfortable having things delivered to your home, you can have it delivered to the locker and you can go there and use the code to get your items. But the thing to keep in mind is be aware of what you're purchasing. There are a lot of things that, and it's so funny how this show is happening and things are starting to happen on my phone and my email. I'm getting emails that are saying pending deliveries. I'm not a big online shopper. So for me, I know that's not legitimate. I'm not even going to look at that because I haven't ordered anything. But if you are a person who orders a lot online, if you have to write it down or put it in your notes section, because you'll definitely get caught up in that scam because you're thinking, oh, this is legitimate because I ordered X, Y, and Z. So you want to make sure you know the statuses of when things are going to be delivered. And one last thing about deliveries, 9 times out of 10, if they tried to deliver something to your home and you're not there, they'll typically put up a paper notice. They won't typically send you a text or an email. Be aware of that, but also be aware of if it's something on your door and you didn't order anything, don't respond to it. So a lot of things we just have to just be, what's the word, wise, use wisdom. You can't just get caught up in the euphoria of what's going on with the holidays and lose track of your right mind and then end up being scammed out of your money. So I'm going to stop there because we're about towards the end of the show, but hopefully you got a nugget or two and just be aware of the scams. Okay. All righty.
Wait, now did you look, my little co-workers, they so sweet, making sure I'm okay because it is late. But now did you mention, if I didn't hear it, the one where they're calling about your Amazon orders?
I didn't mention that. I know you said that just happened to you. You want to share what just happened to you?
Yeah, because I heard someone else mention it too. So just be mindful, because I know I trust Amazon University. Okay, many of us attend Amazon University, so we're making all of these purchases. Okay, but people are starting to call and say, "Hey, somebody made an order," or damn, what did they say? But basically, they're saying that somebody hacked into your account. And then I looked at my Amazon account, and there was no order, and there was nothing coming from my bank account. So if I would have stayed on the phone longer, they would have proceeded to ask me for some level of credit card or something like that. So just be mindful that Amazon is not calling your phone, honey. First and foremost, Amazon's on top of their stuff. So if you have any issues, which most times, 9 times out of 10, you don't. But if you do, you call them. They're not calling you.
That's it.
So
Exactly.
be mindful of those people who are just calling around the holiday times, particularly those who are elder as well. So
yes. Look out for our elders.
Yes. And we're going to get y'all used to technology too, okay? So technology.
Which we're already working on that a bit on our end, on the Be Inspired mobile end.
Good.
Training our senior community on how to use this technology.
Wow. Wow. So we hope y'all enjoyed the show. My goodness, it was a lot of good stuff. Naomi showed us then and now and where we're going to be. In 2000 and what you say 2000 was it 31?
31. Yeah. The Amazon Go already exists. And I think Aunt Linda said that she had seen that store. They have people monitoring though that little the little carousel that you go through to scan the barcode to make sure that you do it, because some people were just trying to go in and not scam. But they had the bodyguards, the Amazon Go bodyguards. The little turnstile,
Oh my goodness. We are really headed into, it's really getting scary, like where we're going. Like the Jetsons were definitely ahead of their times.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Well, y'all, if nothing else, we hope that you will think about, look, you better think twice if you're not a good gift giver. Think about giving some gift cards. But no, the point is find somebody to give a gift to. This is a awesome time where we can really demonstrate the love of the Lord by just giving gifts. You know, we can give a gift of smile and love, but people love monetary gifts. They love receiving something, gift bags, something. So think of somebody who may not be thought about in a while. And I just wanted to share this story before we roll on out of here. I was looking on Instagram, and Marshawn, I think Marshawn and her husband do this year after year on their birthday. They give gifts to people. And so Jack Daniels, that's his name.
It's like, okay.
That's his name. That's Marshawn's husband's name. But he just had a birthday. And so he did like an Instagram post where, you know, your best love story, I'm giving you $500. And so I guess it was too many good love stories. And he ended up giving, instead of one winner, he had four. So find somebody to give a gift to. You know, the word tells us that we're more blessed to give than to receive. So if you got an extra $2 or something, go ahead and find somebody to give a gift to. So we hope that you really enjoyed the show today. This show and every show, When Wisdom Talks, is sponsored by Wisdom on the Wall Inc. and Be Inspired Global. We thank you for tuning in, laughing with us, loving on us each and every Thursday, 8:00 p.m. We hope that you have a good time just as well as we have a good time. Don't forget to bring somebody next week. Go on and get your little blanket, your scarf, your big coat, whatever you got to do. Or your pillow. Excuse me. Baby, it's cold outside. Go on and snuggle up with somebody and
knock the stuff over in my floor
and watch the show. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
It's a wrap.